What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 8 of the All Talk Show podcast, where anything goes and everything is open for discussion. You've been warned, cover your ears and open your mouths. I am Tony Mango, your host of the show, and joining me on the panel, we've got Mr. Mike Paden on the soundboard.
That's me.
We've got Drew White, leader of the Drew Crew.
How are they going to be able to hear us if they cover their
Show,
ears?
and joining me on the panel, we've got Mr. Mike Paden on the soundboard.
Tony told them to cover their ears and open their mouths.
Is this the fucking attractive podcast shit over again?
We've also got, you just heard him a second ago, Steven Wago.
No, that wasn't me. That was Jonna.
Oh, man. Johnny, you good Wago impression.
Yeah, no, thanks.
I was hoping that you would take that. And also on the line, we've got Shaun Walker. What's up, Shaun?
What? I'm pretty good. Pretty good. Can't sleep, but I'm pretty good.
You're not French this time either.
Oui, oui.
He's always a little French. We've also got Calen Bruce. Let's see if we can get Calen on the line here. Calen, you want to join in? I know you're in the chat.
Well, no, we need people in the chat room. If we put them on the show, then there's nobody listening to us. We can't take our only listener and make him part of the show.
This isn't the
he
most
might even
interactive.
He might even ask for a fucking fantasy league if you do that.
This isn't the most interactive podcast out there, Tony. We can't do that.
I don't know. We might get Chris and Tyler to call back in and ask us to talk more about porn. You never know.
I don't know.
We already got Corey and Trevor here.
Cheers. I was going to type in the Mega Powers website, but then I just typed in Mega Porn, so cheers.
Mega porn? What is mega porn?
It's like porn, but mega.
Oh, man.
That's number 3 on Shaun's most visited sites list is what it is.
I
shudder to think what number 1 and number 2 are.
Well, that's easy.
Sheeptube.com.
That's smarkoutmoment.com.
Aww.
And facebook.com.
Very well played, Shaun.
Fuck fanboys.
Yeah.
You just joined
Who writes
Facebook,
for
right,
us,
Shaun?
Yeah, I just joined Facebook, yeah.
Wow, after all these years?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you manage to stay away?
I don't
Well,
know.
see, he typed he typed face, but he ended up typing face porn. It's the same thing. So, first topic to talk about is actually one from last week that we didn't get around to because I didn't notice that Angela had sent it in. But what hobbies do you guys have that don't include the internet, video games, movies, or TV?
Porn.
So nothing.
Yeah, I have none.
Porn.
Well, that includes the internet.
If you could call it a hobby before I stopped, I guess pro wrestling was it?
No, see,
No, that was your job.
porn doesn't count as internet because you can get it in the woods.
Here's the thing, I never considered pro wrestling a job, and that's partially the reason I probably wasn't as successful as I could have been at it.
Probably because you didn't have that match of Eddie Guerrero. That probably
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I got the chance to put Eddie over, everyone would have respected me more, I think. But
I don't know.
Only certain people get gifted those opportunities
In their one match.
in their one match in their first night where they sustain an injury.
Against some guy that's not Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know.
Dan Spivey or something.
Imagine if there was a guy like that. I bet he'd be a cunt.
Yeah, probably.
Fucking good!
Fucking no, that's a cunt, eh?
Yeah, I mean, for a while I did drugs. I guess that's a hobby.
I don't know. I play sports and stuff. I play poker, if that counts for anything.
Did she take reading out?
No.
I read.
I read, I don't read anymore.
I read a book
You give
once.
me something to read, even if it's on the internet and stuff. I read this.
No, when I was at college, whenever I was really bored, I'd go to the library and I'd just find some random book and I'd start reading it. I mean, I won't consider that a hobby because I haven't kept up with it, but I do like reading if it's the right book.
What,
to be you, nerd.
I'm very much an autobiography type of guy. It has to be something special for me to like it otherwise.
No, there's only a couple times where I could read an autobiography. It'd have to be someone I'd be interested in, or I don't think I've actually ever read a wrestling biography by anyone. No, I know.
Best place to start is Chris Jericho's first book. I think it's his best.
Or McFoley's.
Yeah,
You sure not
McFoley's.
Stone Cold Steve Austin's now?
Remember that one time Tony had an interview with McFoley and he was like in a cab and he almost died or something like that?
You remember that time that he had an interview with Chris Jericho and he told Chris Jericho he dabbled and then Chris got mad at him?
You sure I wasn't interviewing Austin?
Oh, shit. No, he didn't go, what?
It'd be great if you did the what?
Well, no, I know Dana Bryan's coming up in a biography soon, so I was going to read that one. I know Paul Heyman has one, doesn't he?
I imagine
So.
I imagine Daniel Bryan's book will be interesting, but I don't think he'll get many cool stories from it because he seems that like clean of a guy that I don't think he has too many crazy life
He's just
stories.
like, oh my god, dude, we went like out to go eat one time,
With
and we ended up going to
the
Taco
Ryback.
Bell and got tacos. It was crazy.
You know, this one time we went to this all-you-can-eat buffet, and I went up and got an extra trip and put it in my bag and brought it home.
Actually, I'm just kidding, guys. I didn't do that.
So me and Paul London were staying at this motel, and I took the towels.
We made a new character, Mischievous Daniel Bryan.
And you know he's got that fucking like really goofy smile. I can imagine him doing it and bobbing his head up and down.
He's doing like the little thing where he's putting his fingers together, like in an evil style.
Yeah, like the Mr. Burns thing. Excellent. And then he's bragging about it afterward. He's just like, yo, you guys, you'll never believe the crazy night we had. I've got towels. And they're like, yeah, what did you do with the towels?
So high?
I took them from the hotel room. Shh, shh, but don't tell anybody. I don't want the cops coming after me.
What the fuck did you do? Smoke tofu or something?
I can see him doing that. Yeah, I have
that's
no,
why-
Hobbies.
no hobbies.
Maybe that's why he took that rubber down. He tried to take his towels.
I could see Drew doing the library thing though, and just picking out a random book, like actually random, just going down an aisle that he didn't even pay attention to, and being like, "Oh man," an autobiography about Colin Powell. All right.
No, I've done something. I did that once, and I forget the author of it, but the book, I think it was like a very, very bad romance novel, and I went like 10 pages in, and I'm like, I'm done with this. I do not. I'm a fan of reading, but I can't. You cannot sit me through a romance novel. Well, I'm not their expected target audience, but oh well.
You sure? I mean, you're a fucking like teenager, right?
I
Did you
am
dabble in 50
19.
Shades of Grey?
No, my girlfriend did not. No, she has the book and she never read it, but she was so excited to see the movie for some reason.
It's Texas Bubba from Texas.
Texas. Texas Jeff, we miss you, bud.
I don't. He's on my Facebook.
I don't. He was ugly.
I don't know. You guys, have any of you guys ever been forced to read a Nicholas Sparks book?
Nope.
No, we were talking about that last week. There's no chance I'm doing Nicholas Sparks stuff.
Good for you. Glad that you're standing up for your rights.
It's a party.
You gotta fight for your right.
So, what do you make? What do you guys make of that black guy getting shot and everyone going crazy? I was watching Fox News
Which one?
earlier, and they're all chanting, "Black people lives matter too." No one said they didn't, dude. Like the guy got fired. He got put in jail. They've they've not commended his actions whatsoever. He got treated like a criminal. I don't understand why everyone's so uppity.
You're talking about the one where there's like the actual video of him shooting.
Yeah,
the guy?
where he like shot him 8 times.
Well, first off, it took him like 8 freaking shots, and the guy was still running. So that cop was not a good shot at all. Second off, I don't know. You only see like the very end of the altercation, and it looks like the black guy did something going into it, and then he started jogging off for some reason. First off, if you're doing something wrong, if you're just jogging away from a cop, like if that was me in that situation, I would have been
Okay, you shouldn't have shot the guy though. There's no fucking
Listen,
No.
there's no
should he have
excuse
run
for
away? No, he probably shouldn't be running away from the cop. But that's not a reason to shoot him. In fact,
No,
there's a very clear statute when you're training to become a cop. You don't shoot at someone when they run. You pursue them. You try to tackle them down. You're supposed to be in fucking shape, so you're supposed to be able to do that. But no, this asshole decided to unload a clip instead.
Yeah,
and then you
and
clearly
even
see him pick up the taser and drop it next to him and be like, "Oh, this guy came at me with a taser."
and even when it comes to like if you, which he didn't, if you did have to shoot, you're not supposed to shoot multiple times.
You're not shooting with the intention to kill.
Yeah, you can shoot somebody's leg and incapacitate them instead of being like, I'm just gonna like, bang, 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 bang. You're not fucking Mel
Fuck, I
Gibson,
don't
a
know if
lethal weapon here.
I don't think it would have incapacitated that guy. The guy like got shot multiple times and was still going.
Credit to him then. Maybe he deserves
yeah,
to
like-
be like, oh.
Like after I think 3 bullets hit
I don't know
him.
about
Like
that.
after the first 2 fucking hit him and he's still going, I'd be like, you know what, you deserve to live.
Exactly. That's that whole meme of like,
Well, here's the
I'm just
thing.
impressed. Like,
If he
the
took an
cop-
arrow to the knee, then
I don't know what the
That would
cop was
be tough.
thinking, and just like would just shoot the guy randomly. I don't think he noticed the guy there with the camera who caught the whole thing, because I think that's that's the only reason why this is getting a big stir now. But if I was the cop in that situation and the guy was running away and you're just not going to pursue him like you're supposed to, like Paden said, why wouldn't you just like shoot him in the legs or something that will just detain him, and you don't have to, if you get in trouble, it won't be as bad as, hey, you killed a guy, you might get murder charges from this now.
Listen, we all know what he should have done. Regardless, that's not what he did do. And
Yes.
there's very clear, undeniable evidence that it's not. That this guy was just a freaking asshole.
Well,
And
this-
there's nothing more to say about it.
This is the exact opposite of like the Ferguson situations, where it was a situation where it's very questionable if the cop at hand, if his life was actually in jail, and I think that's what the big issue with that was. Everyone,
His life
if
was
his
in
life
jail?
was in jail.
jail.
oh my bad, his life was in danger. My bad. But this is a
Yeah,
complete
buzzwords. Yeah.
yeah, they're about the same, but and it's just a bad situation, to be honest with
Just
you.
to
And this-
backtrack. Sorry, finish off your fault.
the one thing I was going to say is this is going to give more fire under that thing that all cops are bad, which up until then, like all like the cop shootings that they've done, and people were complaining that the cops got off empty-handed because, personally, I believe that most of them were innocent. This is just going to give more fire for that fuel pretty much now, because it actually happened. This guy actually did a crime. There's no way he's not going to get charged.
Well, so-
with
Well,
The
this
worst
is
thing-
my entire point, though. Like, they handled this situation perfectly. Like, post the cop shooting him, is like, they did everything they should have. This guy's getting prosecuted.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
He's going to jail.
Yeah, after the video came out, a lot more happened with this before that video came out.
Okay, tell
Did
me.
you guys read the whole article? He put out this whole story beforehand about how he was charged with a freaking taser, and the guy came after him, and there was this whole altercation where they were fighting over the taser, and that's when he shot the guy.
Huh, so he just like flat out lied?
He just flat out lied.
Well, what I'm saying is, when they found out that this guy did shitty things, they treated him exactly like they should have.
Well, they have no choice. What are they going to do? Put him out in a red banner? Like,
Well, what I'm saying is, are people justified in chanting Black Lives Matter when
Well, no.
this guy was treated like the criminal he is?
but this is a part of a bigger problem, is what it is. This area here in South Carolina is notably racist, as a lot of places are. I mean, I'm from the area of Newburgh, New York, which is horrifically racist between the citizens and the police force.
I'm in
as you
Michigan,
saw with
I got the same
Ferguson.
thing.
Yeah, and this was another one of those towns where tensions were just really high, and this, unfortunately, is just a case of many. And finally, one of the cops is getting his comeuppance for it, but how many have walked and continue to get to do it again?
I actually like the word cop-uppance because they're cops. Can that be a thing now?
Cop-uppance. That's
So-
exactly what this is, the first case of cop-uppance.
So this guy, he basically did what a lot of people do when they get into like some kind of a physical altercation, where he's just like, "Nah, dude, you weren't there. There was like 50 guys that I was fighting off."
Yeah, exactly.
And then they're like, "Oh, there's video of you shooting him for no reason." Yeah, well, I mean, come on. Like,
Anyone could have
Well,
been
you,
that.
you make it sound like, wait, come on, guys. You weren't even there. You don't even know. You don't see the 20 guys that were there beforehand, because like I caught the very end of a vicious 20-man fight. If you looked behind the guy with the camera, you
there
would
were
see all the
ninjas and
bodies.
shit. Like,
Here's the thing, though. What I gotta ask. So, like, unless he's on duty with another cop, you take, like, you have to take the cop's word most of the time. He's the guy that's in a position of power. Like, if that video had never come up, no one would ever know. But what do? Every time a guy dies at a cop's hand, you assume that, oh, the cop's a fucking killer.
Well, I believe, well, in most cases, I believe they look into the case, like look at they go to the scene of the crime or the scene of where the shooting took place. They look at all the possible things that happened. If you like during the Ferguson shootings, they got very into like all of the I can't think of the word off the top of my head, but like very into like all like they got specific with like the angle of the shooting where the bullet comes in, and I think they take a lot of that into consideration as well, especially how far he was away from him when he shot it compared to what the cop says. So it just depends on like all that after all the investigation stuff as well. But you know, in a case like this where if that video didn't come out, I get the cop might have gotten away free, and yeah, that would have just looked bad regardless. So now we have to. This will probably be a big thing in the news for a while. So I guess we'll just have to get used to that.
Bubba from the Backwoods show in the chat. I was shot in the ass by a cop. Now I'm having the cop's baby. Lead boy will be born on Monday. All 9 ounces of him. What the hell?
Yeah, but just get back on this. Like, what do you do though? Like in a situation where you don't have any proof. Like,
so that's
take
why
the
they need
cop's
to have
words or
more of
not.
these cameras. You know, because you know, there's a lot of cops that are obviously just great stand-up cops, and then there's a lot of douchebag cops. It's the same as anything. I mean, the same thing can apply to the person taking your order at a restaurant. You could have some douchebag server or some great one. Like,
There's got to be a way for them to take accountability, and
Yeah,
there's
if
no
you-
way for them to do that right now.
if you have more of these cameras, then there's more of a chance for you to be able to catch the bad ones in the act and prove the good ones to not have done anything wrong.
Well, here's the thing: they don't want to get caught. All the
Right.
cops at that station down there, they're pissed. And they're not pissed because this cop did this horrible thing to this person.
they're pissed
and
because
it
the
made him
cops
look
are
bad or
looking in
anything
a
like
bad
that.
light.
Yeah, they're pissed because this asshole got caught and they're not going to be able to do it next time.
Mhm.
Like, this shit goes down all the freaking time.
I did-
As a matter of fact, the guy who got caught, who filmed the Eric Garner one, very similar case. I mean, you know, we've had so many of these things go down lately. I don't know if anyone remembers Eric Garner anymore, but the guy who, same thing, filmed that situation, they nailed him and they got him in jail now for some bullshit charge. It was some like possession of some type of weapon or something like that they got him for. So now he's in jail, and there was this whole thing that went down with him where he was finding rat poison in his food. So now he's not eating food at a protest, and he's starving himself in jail, and it's this whole freaking thing.
Damn, I didn't hear about this. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Well, that would be exactly the type of thing where, you know, you'd give a little rat poison in there, he suddenly dies, they go, oh, look at that, well, he got attacked, or, you know, somebody must have killed him on the inside, we'll look into this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to equate it to the same kind of a thing, but look at what happened with Kennedy. Kennedy gets killed by some guy, and then that guy just happens to get killed by some guy, and then that guy just happens to die in jail.
Oh,
You
do
know?
you think it's the same guy that took Butters?
South Park reference.
That one's lost on me, I don't remember that episode.
Man, I've been dropping way
Everyone
too many South
knows
Park
it butters.
references.
That's me.
That episode's fucking awesome. Check out Butters on episode.
Oh, wait, I think I know which one. The one where the
Everyone
car,
knows
like,
it's butter.
Yeah, she tries to drown him.
yeah, okay, and it ended up being, like, some, like, Mexican guy, they say, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucked up
Yeah.
family.
Everyone knows it's butters.
That's me.
I love that episode. it's a messed up episode, but then most episodes of South Park are kind of messed up anyway. So
You know what kind of bugs me about some of this stuff, though? That whole idea of the Black Lives Matter, like, yeah, they do.
all lives matter.
Yeah, all lives matter do. Like, if you would have showed me the same footage and you couldn't see any of the races of the guys or
think
something like
the
that,
same
I still would have
thing.
been like, well, that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
it could have been an Asian cop shooting a Middle Eastern guy, and it would have been like, yo, it doesn't look like he's fucking does anything. Like,
Again, this is part of the overlaying problem.
Mhm.
The fact that we have some racist cops who
Yeah.
maybe if this guy wasn't black, he wouldn't have done this.
well, yeah, I
that's
mean,
why
that
they're saying
definitely
Black Lives
is a huge factor in it to, you know, happen in the first place. But I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, it kind of seems like there's a certain group of people that'll definitely take this just into the race thing instead of the race plus bad cop.
Well, I mean, it's being baited by the media to be that for sure.
Exactly. That's like
Well,
that's what
it's-
bugs me about this kind of stuff.
Sean?
Yep.
Saying something?
I said riots. You know, we don't get this problem in the UK because our police officers are pussies and we don't allow guns.
Yeah, you only riot over soccer games.
Yeah, we do. But speaking of which, soccer is a hobby.
Hey! Yeah, but the reason there's a big fucking race issue, I don't even think it's so much race as it is culture in it, a culture issue now. There's a certain section of black people, say in downtown Detroit, that act very, very shitty. And very, very ghetto. It's just a culture thing, and people don't like that, and that creates a divide. It's more so culture than it is color of skin these days.
Right. Oh, okay, I mean, you get the same kind of cultural problems in different types of cultures too. I mean,
Here's the thing: I can find fucking white trash in Detroit too. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a culture thing now.
and if you go to, that, I forget which area it is, but like there's that one section of California, like it's got to be somewhere in Los Angeles or whatever. 'Cause, like they got the Street Kings, the Mexican gang, and there's like one of the worst out there. And it's like, there's Hispanic people causing problems. And then if you go to somewhere in the South, and it's like here's a bunch of skinheads or something, and it's like everybody has their horrible people.
Everyone has their horrible people, but to say that people aren't racist because of skin color, that's one of the most ignorant things we've ever said on the show.
I'm not saying it isn't racist. I'm not saying there isn't racism, but I think the bulk of it comes from a culture divide as opposed to a race divide.
Yeah.
No, it's a race divide because these people are forced into these areas. They're forced crime upon them, and then they're busted for it. And to say that that isn't happening, yes, it absolutely is.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Drugs are trafficked into this country, sent into the poor neighborhoods where we continue to do what we can to keep the races that we want living there, and keep them down, keep them in their low-income houses, go into bad schools, and...
I don't think anyone's ever forced to commit a crime. Everyone has that choice.
No,
that's what right
they
or wrong
do,
is.
but they make it awfully easy for them.
Yeah, it's not that they're necessarily
It's easy for me to go buy. It's easy for me to go buy crack cocaine. I don't do it.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I don't think people are necessarily forced, but they're definitely pushed in the direction.
Mm-hmm.
If they want you to have something going on, people will. If you got enough power and influence and money, you can orchestrate it to happen. Just to say, what Paden just said about the low-income housing and stuff. You get enough low-income housing areas and people in that area that can turn to something like drugs because they want to do that to escape their lives, suddenly you've got a drug problem. And that's not hard to manufacture. And all you got to do is turn a blind eye a little bit, pay off a couple of cops here and there, tell the cops that you don't pay off, that they're going to do it anyway or else they're going to be in trouble, and then suddenly you've got dirty cops. And then you got dirty cops that'll do other things because they're dirty, and then it's a snowball effect.
And you may have had good cops at one point, but you know what? They slowly either get turned, pushed out, or accidentally have an accident. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly eat a rat poison sandwich.
I just feel like in these places that are mainly affected with the shitty culture, if you could somehow turn that, there'd be a lot less friction between cops and them, and there'd be a lot less shit that goes down. You're always going to have the fuckers that shoot someone because, hey, that guy's got different color skin, but I think a lot of it's to do with culture.
And you know what's like really dumb is there's a lot of people that want to help that are just so damn stupid. Like, if I go over to Philly, I can see so many murals painted, and it's like, that'll help them. No, it won't. You think that these, like, troubled kids are going to be growing up, and they've got, like, family members that are drug addicts or drug dealers or something, and they've got, like, all their friends are in all these kind of different problems and stuff, but then they look at that picture painted on that brick building, and they just go, man, that'll turn me around.
Well,
Fuck
you think
you.
it doesn't
Like,
help at all? No, you don't think it doesn't help at all? Like, it isn't,
No.
like, a little more inspirational to see, like, a nice piece of art rather than rotting, decaying...
You know what happens when those in it?
going up it?
You want to know what happens when an inner city kid sees that? I bet I could draw a dick on that.
yeah, basically.
That's
Like-
exactly what fucking happens.
Or
And
let
it's
me
not-
tag my graffiti name in there or something, you know what I mean? Like,
A big issue with people that want to help, though, is that they're too scared to help in any other way. To get down there and actually tackle any gritty problem, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't fucking do it.
well, I think a lot of them also are pretentious about it. They want to have people know that they're helping more than they want to actually help. Like, look at how many charities are more into the idea that they're getting the word out there and awareness and stuff than actually trying to solve the problems. So, it depends. I mean, there's clearly people that really just want to help in every possible way. And you get people that, like, if you're in like an inner city program and these kids have like nowhere to go, so they try to make like a community center for them to have like activities and, you know, to get them like off the street and stuff like that. Those are the people that really help, not the ones that are just like, I think we should have a dove on this building. Doves are pretty, aren't they? And it's like,
Oh, see, all right, you're going in a lame direction with that, but I'll give you a really good example of this. So, in Newburgh, the city I've referenced a lot throughout this by me,
there's
they
this
have
awesome dove.
they have this waterfront area, which used to be a complete dump. Like literally, it was like a junkyard. People would just throw whatever the fuck down there. I'm pretty sure people have abandoned cars down there at one point back then. It was just total shit. Gangs would hang out down there. They had their fights, drug deals, whatever you name it was going on down there. About 20 years ago, they decided to start revitalizing it. They started building all these new restaurants down there. They fixed it up. It actually started looking really nice. They got an art gallery. They got a movie theater down there now. They've really been doing a good job with it. Then about 10 years ago, there's this trestle that goes throughout the whole stretch of it. And they decided to paint on the side of the trestle all these murals that are dedication to the historic sites of Newburgh, which Newburgh, aside from being a shithole ghetto, actually has a lot of history involved in it. It's where Washington's final headquarters were during the Revolutionary War, is stationed there. Matter of fact, the Revolutionary War essentially ended in Newburgh. The Purple Heart was created in Newburgh. So there's a lot of, if you're into that kind of thing, history in Newburgh that you could get yourself immersed into, and they pay a lot of respect to that, and I think that's neat having that on there.
And this part of the mural represents the drug dealers that hang out here.
No, no, they didn't do that.
That would be kind of funny though if like they all had hidden meetings. Like here's a good like snow mural, and it's all supposed to be like drugs, and then you got another one, and it's like this is plant life, and it's all weed. That'd be a great way to be like,
if you deal in these areas, we'll leave you the fuck alone.
Like that coded signal thing where you, what does it mean where people throw the shoes up on the...
I've heard a couple of different things. Some people said it's where drug deals happen, and then some people say where prostitution. I don't know what's correct. We don't do this in England.
I
the
believe
shoe thing on the power lines.
Yeah,
the shoes on the power lines.
Apparently in Wales, it's the mark of respect for when a kid gets run over by a car or something, and they die. And
I've heard that.
Oh man, that kid died. I'm gonna throw these shoes, so someone has to spend time getting them down. That'll show respect.
No, I remember. Actually, I believe it's actually happened before. There's a small town when I used to live in Newcastle, and along the way there, we passed through this town. And like there was some kid got ran over by not a cop, I believe, but I think it might have been like someone who works at the fire department or something. It was like a complete accident. The kid walked down the middle of the road and he got ran over. And there was a few shoes hung on a power line there, and I was told that was why they did it, because this small town definitely did not sell any drugs at all. So. I just assumed it was that.
No, sometimes it might just be some kid who thought it was cool and threw his shoes up there. Because I
think that's like the majority amount in my area. Like,
man, if you was my kid and you did that, I'd beat the fuck out of you.
Well, no, you don't do it with like a brand new pair of Jordans. You got to do it with a ratty piece of shit shoes that you don't wear anymore.
Or some kid's shoes that you're picking on.
Yeah. Oh, that's even better.
I'd smother them in dog shit first in case.
Bloody hell, Tony! What the fuck were you doing in school, mate?
I never did that. I did locks on different things, but I never
was too busy making fun of the people without limbs.
I should change out on limbs to that. Now, I can say with full disclosure that I've never thrown shoes on top of power lines, and that's
I never have.
Primarily been because I've never had a pair of shoes that I ever wanted to.
No, I can tell you what happened to me though. I did the shoes, but more interesting, I had a pair of nunchucks that I got because I used to do karate. Cause
I could see you doing karate.
And I threw the nunchucks in the air once, and they got stuck in a tree. I was so pissed because I just gotten them not too long before that. I didn't mean to get them stuck in the tree. I didn't do it on purpose.
Could you not climb up the tree?
No, this tree was not a good climbing tree.
Oh, okay.
It was not a good tree for climbing because all the main branches were high up. Because I don't know if we pruned them or what, but it was right next to our driveway.
So all little ones were at the bottom. So if
there was not a good tree to climb, and I'm not a climber anyway. But it was too high to reach with any kind of like stick or anything. They were not going to be getting. So it was pretty cool because every season it would go through, and like in the winter when all the leaves would leave, I could see these nunchucks still sitting up there. Like years and years later, I just look out and still see the nunchucks there.
What's funny about that is I have the exact same kind of an issue, except for it's not nunchucks, it's an old slinky.
Oh, really? Got in a tree?
It's the tree right next to my...
How the fuck did you get a slinky in a tree, you dumb fuck?
Because
You don't
I was
slink
spinning
that
it
way.
around. I was just like, look at this. You know, it fucking is fun to spin. I was like, I don't know, 6 or something like that. And that slinky is still up there.
Well, I have a happy ending, actually. That tree, unfortunately, because it's right next to our driveway, I guess its roots weren't rooting properly, so we had to take the tree down.
Oh no!
So I got some good news. This tree, it's dead.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, the tree's life was lost, but in the process, I got my nunchucks.
Oh, that's awesome.
And what
I'm gonna throw a
Paden
Simpsons
doesn't
joke
know
out there.
is that trees are that nunchucks like poison trees, and he's the reason he's dead.
I'm just picturing that Simpsons thing where they open up the gates to that big mansion where the Malibu Stacy woman lives. And the kid comes running and he's like, yeah, I can finally get my Frisbee back. And as soon as he gets it, he throws it and it goes over the same thing again. He's just like, oh, man.
Oh man.
I can picture the same thing happening. Like, they cut the tree down, Paden walks over, he's just like, yeah, I got my nunchucks. And he starts going, ooh, oh, man, oh, shit. He got stuck up in the other tree.
I always imagine Paden being the guy to get nunchucks and hit himself in the fucking face with them.
Never got to find out because I got stuck in a tree.
Fucking hell.
So apparently that's one of the hobbies that goes around, getting things stuck in trees.
In one of my old houses, there's a burial ground of old wrestling action figures.
A
It's
burial
never been
ground?
dug up. Yeah.
Were they like the wrestlers that died, you buried them in honor of them? Or...
No. Whenever me and my brother used to play with these figures, and they would break from time to time, like an arm would fall off, or Triple H's head would come off or something. We just used to bury them in the back garden, and they're
So
still
it's
there
a super
today.
glue them.
Probably.
So you
Just
buried
we
Triple
cemented
H?
over them. Yeah, we buried Triple H.
Huh.
We shaved his head as
Bury
well
it,
before it was
bury it.
cool.
But not let him know that. He might end up getting really pissed off. Nobody buries me. You see him digging in your backyard. He brings it up. Ah, see, I came back stronger than ever.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect is down there. Sergeant Slaughter's down there.
Oh no, not such a slaughter.
This is Tubby and G.I. Joe.
What you don't realise is that they're all dying in the order that he buried them.
Some kind of voodoo thing.
You're up next, Sarge.
Probably Mr. Perfect was the first one that we buried. So
Oh no.
Do you bury,
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Del Rio? One of his figures.
Well, I got some bad news. Great Khali just got re-signed.
Yay!
Superstar scores coming up.
oh god, I'm not going to be a part of that one.
Actually, we have a reason to do it now. Sweet. Finisher versus finisher.
I don't know, man.
Headshot.
He might not have hit the peak of his career yet.
What if he came back and he could do, like, crazy shit?
What if he was able to do like a 450 splash now?
If he
You know how,
lost
like-
like 100 pounds and he's just like,
Yeah, like how,
what
like,
if he
Big
came
Show and
back
Mark
and he was
Henry do
only-
that? They lose weight, they come back, and they look a lot, you know, more in shape and stuff. Like, Kali comes back, he's down to, like, a slim 250 kind of a thing. And he's got, like, all these goddamn muscles. Looks like fucking Neville or something.
Norval.
imagine if Khali came
I'd be
back
impressed
and
if he comes back and he'd be able to bend his knees.
If he
Gravity
did a red
forgets
arrow, he'd
Khali.
be the most. He could do a red arrow. He'd be the most over guy in the roster.
He would. Although he would still suck at the promos, but Neville's not really that great at them anyway.
You never know, he might have learned English and pronunciation.
He learns
Maybe
a
he-
couple English words.
Maybe he like opened a wrestling school so people can teach him.
He's like, there's over 30 people training here, including me.
I can't believe when I read that article, he was off for 2 years. It doesn't seem that long.
And I'm not just the owner. I'm also its longest student.
We have the best trainers. They never get upset with me. Probably because I pay their bills. What's his real name?
Khali?
Yeah.
How
How do you spell that?
Jabbing it.
I know there's an H somewhere. something Sing.
To be fair, I just actually read his name, so it's not far off. Oh no, wait, I was reading where he was from. He's Dalip Singh Rana. Oh, he hits the Dalip Singh Rana. It's like a Hurricane Rana, but a bit different.
Did you do a Hurricane Rana once?
No, but what he should... Oh, man,
I'd
he
actually
could...
pay to see Carly do a Hurricane
The
Rana.
Dalip Rana. He should do it.
Wago, could you do a Hurricane Rana?
I feel like he did.
Anyway, yeah, I could do a Hurricane Rana. It was easy.
Oh, it's easy? Oh. Could you do...
Anyone can do a Hurricane Rana. Now, a head scissors, that's annoying.
Could you do a Hurricane Rana and then set your opponent up for the 619 and then hit it and not kill him?
I've never tried a 619. So yeah, I could probably kill him with it.
No, a Hurricane Rana was probably easy, but a Frankensteiner, that's tough.
Although he's got the Frankenstein thing going down. The way he walks to the ring and shit and talks.
Is that Bulbasaur?
Do Vine Whip.
I was telling people about that tonight. And it was just like, yeah, it seems like a good idea. It's just like, Vine Whip. But
Come
Bulbasaur,
on,
we gotta win this match.
Do something. You're taking in sunlight? That takes like an extra turn.
Yeah. That means you gotta do Solar Beam next.
Guys, is this Bulbasaur or Squirtle?
Both.
No, Squirtle sounds like this. See the difference?
Oh, of course.
But Magikarp still just goes Carp. Magikarp.
Magikarp was the most depressing Pokemon in the world.
Magikarp is the bee's knees.
You know who was the shit though? Delibird.
No, there is the most depressing Pokemon, and it's Spoink. If he stops bouncing, its heart stops and it dies.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's really like that's gotta suck for
horrible.
Spoink.
The fucking Pokedex is retarded. Like, they've got 2 Pokemon that they measure their power by its ability to knock out an Indian elephant.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
And
like,
it's so exaggerated too. It's like Charmander's fire can burn 1,000,000 suns. And it's like, or just kind of be like Ember, little scorch attack. It's like what's Machamp's thing? It's just something like he can lift like 5 mountains or something.
I know, but the way they fucking make Whale sized, it should be bigger than like your fucking neighborhood.
Why? What does that say for that?
I know, like his size in the Pokedex is fucking ridiculously huge, like unrealistic.
How huge is it?
I'm not going to look on the fucking internet. I have to type
huge is
things.
it now?
Like, I'm looking at Machamp's thing right now. It says, using its heavy muscles, it throws powerful punches that can send the victim clear over the horizon. The next one in the silver, Gen 2, it uses its 4 powerful arms to pin the limbs of its foe, then throws the victim over the horizon. So it's like Machamp apparently is just like, yo, where's that horizon? Woo! There's the fucking guy over.
Oh no, Machamp, return. There isn't a horizon.
The other part says, its 4 ruggedly developed arms can launch a flurry of 1,000 punches in just 2 seconds.
Damn,
Get the fuck out.
1,000 punches in 2 seconds. So, for the like, imagine this: 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 500 each fucking second for that. Do punches, and each one of them can send you flying over the horizon.
Like the Flash has got nothing on him.
It's so ridiculous. This kind of
So
shit.
Fire Red. This is for Raichu. Its electric charges can reach 100,000 volts. Careless contact can cause even an Indian elephant to faint. Why do you know that?
Yeah.
Why is there Indian elephants in Pokemon? Is India a place?
India.
India.
Is India a place anywhere?
I think that's where Kali's from.
INDEER. Indeer.
India, that's a new Pokemon. It could be a deer.
Sadly, that'll probably happen. Indeer, the normal Pokemon. Man, it's ridiculous though. Like, to think that they would just do testing on that. Like, let's see how many different animals Raichu can kill. Alright, well, it killed the dog, killed the cat, killed the elephant. specifically an Indian one. Didn't kill that alligator though.
Killed an elephant. I can kill this like caterpillar. Probably should try just in case.
I don't know. Caterpie's level 100. And it knows silk. Was it silk shot? I don't know. That was a pointless move. Fuck Caterpie. Only got cool when it was Butterfree.
And then Ash released him.
And the
Yeah,
only
then
reason
Ash
people
is
like
like, "Oh, you can do
Butterfree
shit."
is because the episode made them sad when it went away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I cried. I'm not gonna lie.
Butterfree.
It's like,
Okay.
I'm okay, Dad.
Fucking stupid. I love the internet, but it's so goddamn dumb.
So, just to put into context what we're on about, there is a crossover between Pokemon and King of the Hill. Just search it. I think it's Dokely.
It's better than anything on King of the Hill.
Ed.
Oh, King of the Hill is awesome.
Oh, I hate that show so much.
You should give it another chance. It's a fantastic show. It's Mike Judge. Mike Judge is like one of the greatest directors of our time.
I know,
Never was a big
my
fan
jury
of
was
Beavis and
better.
Butthead either.
Tony joke.
Bad Tony joke. Nobody's gonna do the Mike Executioner one? Okay. Judge, jury, and executioner. I never liked King of the Hill. I always thought that the only real funny joke of the whole thing was when they are all standing around and just go, yep,
Yep.
yep.
Mm-hmm. No, that's just one of the iconic things about it.
The other stuff, though, like, I can't, like, how many fucking episodes revolve around the idea of, like, is Bobby gay?
Well, you know what it
wouldn't
is?
like that.
It's a character humor show. You have to watch enough of it so that you understand the characters.
Well, what also used to drive me nuts is how so many people, especially Peggy and, who's the younger girl?
Luann?
Luann, how they have, like, pig noses. It's just, ugh.
When you get really down to it, that show is very depressing.
Well, it's a show that gives you lots of feelings.
And it's a good thing. Like, it's not just cut and dry humor that's meant to be one thing.
Yep.
There's a lot of elements to it. You have to watch it, though, for more than one episode.
And Peggy, I used to hate Peggy, but Peggy's actually probably my favorite character on that show now. She's freaking hilarious. And if you want to talk about depressing, freaking Cotton. Like, Cotton, like, it's so strange because he'll go from being hilarious because he's this crotchety old man that's just yelling and making fun of everybody. And then you start hearing his stories about how he lost his legs and... Oh, poor guy.
Poor Cotton.
Did he ever die on the show? Always seemed like they would have killed him off.
Oh, shit, we have a caller.
Oh.
Oh, way to be paying attention.
No, they've only been on hold a few minutes.
It's not ugly. It's not the ugly one, is it?
It's all good. It's not like that one time I had you on hold for like 8 minutes, so...
I actually don't know who this is, but they're from my area code.
Oh, snap.
Is this you? Is this imposter Mike Paden?
It's not me. Caller from 845. You're live on the Old Talk Show.
All right, so I just tuned in. I'm trying to figure out what the topic is tonight. What you guys are covering.
We don't have a topic. This is the old talk show.
We talk
Talk
all
about
things.
So plug your ears and open your mouth.
So, anything goes. I heard you're from the same area code. I'm down in, but the only thing is, this is on my cell, so I'm actually down in Westchester.
Oh, okay. Well, I work in Rockland, so I'm familiar with that area as well. But I'm from up by Newburgh, so I've actually been talking about Newburgh a lot this show. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, I mean, I'm up in Newburgh quite a bit, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, you know that it's a shithole, man.
Yeah, I know they got a lot of issues. I don't know if the FBI, did they finally open an FBI office up there? I heard they were talking about it.
If there is, I don't know about it. At least I probably shouldn't know about it. I wouldn't be surprised if there is one or if they're planning one, but there probably should be. The place has got a lot of problems. But what's on your mind today, man?
Whenever if I ever have to drive through that town at night, I get a permit to carry anyway, but I wouldn't drive through it without...
That's what I tell these guys. I try to tell the guys how dangerous Newburgh is, and they're just like, oh, it's just like any other town. It's like, nah, man, Newburgh is serious.
No.
It's got those murals, though.
No.
You can't say anything to me. I live by Detroit.
Okay, well, you got me there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I live in
Detroit, Detroit's another one. Yeah. It's got that bombed out effect. Yeah, you know what? I mean, Newburgh was coming up. I mean, they were really trying to build it up a lot, and they were doing really well.
Oh yeah, I was telling them
think
about the
it's
waterfront. We were talking about murals. I
Yeah.
was telling, they have a really nice mural down at the waterfront that actually helped clean the place up a bit.
No, they did. They really worked hard at it because I remember what it was like years ago.
It was a dump. It was literally a dump.
Well, we had people from voice actors from Attack on Titan at a convention, and when they saw Detroit, they're like, "We tried to get here before the Titans attacked, but we're too late."
I mean, my hometown, I'm across the river and a little bit south of you, right below the Bear Mountain Bridge, you know where it is.
Oh, yes.
They always used to pick on us. They used to pick on this town heavy duty. And, I mean, I still joke about it. I say, yeah, you know, after 6 o'clock, the zombies come out of the trees and they walk in the streets. And, but it's, you know, the living dead with their hands out in front of them. But it's not that bad. But it used to be. I mean, they've done a lot. But nobody did it a handful. Hopefully you're not living close to downtown. I hope you're not down there.
No, I'm actually from New Windsor, so I don't actually live in the ghetto. I live out in the outskirts of the suburb of it. But I went to school through there, and I go through there often, obviously. So I'm very versed in the town.
Yeah. New Windsor's nice. It is nice.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
But that's it. I just figured I'm just listening in and see what's going on in some of the talk shows. But I'll tell you the truth, some of the ETR talk shows are not very impressed lately with the selection.
Yeah.
We either have the Bible thumpers or the ones that are trying to push the racial tension, or I don't know what some of the topics are. I don't know.
And we're talking about slinkies and trees and stuff.
we had the racial tension part earlier.
Yeah, my God, it's nonstop.
So you just found us as random going through the BTR shows?
No, I saw that one. I said, let me click on this one, see what this show sounds like, and what the discussion. Sometimes it's interesting. I mean, some of the shows where they touch on history or something, or my pet subject is a safe act, which you're from New York, so you're familiar with that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, which I'm pretty active for the Second Amendment stuff. But after collecting firearms for 45 years, you don't just walk away from it. It's not going to happen.
No,
But,
indeed.
Yeah.
Well, not to push the racial thing, man, but one thing we were talking about before was this whole thing that's going down the past few days with the cops shooting another one of the citizens. And I'm not trying to racial bait with it, but this is a huge thing that went down. The cop was actually caught red-handed this time, though, actually being a dick. You have any thoughts about that situation?
Yeah, I mean, they keep telling us, I mean, as I said, you know, I've got a permit to carry, and they keep emphasizing that if a criminal is walking away from you, you have no right to even engage or anything else. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
Situation's over. Now, if he had a firearm in his hand, which he didn't, then I could see the police if he had it in his hand, because now the guy could turn around and return fire, and that's happened many times. So I could understand them opening up on him then, or a police officer shooting. But someone that's unarmed, that now, on one of the other talk shows, they mentioned that there were 2 other videos that they weren't going to release yet that were out there, and that it would be interesting to find out what these other videos, if the other videos or one of them had something about what led up to that situation. Now, could it shed light on it, or give it some sort of, we get a better feeling and understanding of what happened and what brought it to that point? Maybe, but even without that, how does he justify shooting the guy in the back when the guy's running away at that distance? I don't get it.
It's
So,
all
you know,
about
this cop
responsibility. Responsibility and accountability. I mean, you sound like a person who's very big on the Second Amendment, as you said.
Yes.
That's fine, but again, responsibility and accountability, and that's one of the first things you learn when you're going to take classes about handling a firearm is being responsible and safe with it. It's not about your accuracy and how awesome you can do it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
that. It's about handling that.
Class number 1 is hold it on the side and you'll look more like a badass.
Yeah, really. Yeah. You know, I mean, the funniest thing, I think it was one of the talk shows, they had a guy that was on saying, you know, the white man, they know how to shoot. And I'm listening to this going, what is this man talking? They keep saying they go to ranges and we can outshoot them. I'm thinking, dude, you know, if you take one of these ghetto gang members, I don't care what gang they belong to, and all of a sudden, you know, I lived in L.A. One time, one of my neighbors, we went to the Angeles Crest Forest. There was a place up there where they used to let you go out and just shoot, target shooting, whatever. So he and I are out there, and I had brought a couple of AKs, and we had some rifles, and we're just spending the day shooting. No beer, nothing, just having a good time target shooting. And a carload full of Mexican gang members pulled up. And they set up the targets. I said, look at this. So they set up the targets, and we're shooting away, and they pulled out these little, 25 caliber piece of junk Saturday night specials, and they went ping, 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 ping. So just for the hell of it, I slapped a 30 on one of the AKs, and I put it down my lower waist, and I took my finger trigger, and I just went, and tore everything up. And the guy came over and said, can you stop shooting for a little bit so we can reset the targets, please? And I said, I was just screwing with him. I said, yeah, no problem, dude. Can you, zigzag and shit when you go out there, though? Make it interesting a little bit? Just freaked him out. He looked at me, what? I thought I was really going to open up on him when he, Jesus Christ. But, yeah, some of them have an attitude that, the gang members, that they know how to handle firearms, that they're going to take us on and take on the police and everything, and they're out of their minds. I don't know what they're dreaming.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm worried about our police force if they can't just run after someone and tackle them down. I mean, you look at our police force; they're out of shape. They don't take pride in their work. We're seeing things like this left and right. I don't know.
Look, if fucking Paul Blart can take them down, then they can.
Here's the thing, though. If you want to join the army, you have to pass, a certain fitness test. Should be the same with the police force.
Yeah, you do, but unless you're part of the good old boy clique.
That's very true, and that's often the problem.
I've seen many majors and lieutenant colonels and colonels that have been deployed that look like beach balls with legs. So if you're part of the good old boy clique, you get a pass on it. They'll let you go. Now, cops face the same thing as PTSD for them too. You don't just have to be in Samara or Fallujah to end up with PTSD. I mean, a lot of these police are dealing with the drugs of humanity, and they deal with it on a daily basis. I know guys that are in corrections, and a lot of guys, unfortunately, end up alcoholics. Some of them turn to drugs, beating their wives, end up divorced, because they take all the crap and the bullshit that they deal with every day from dealing with these prisoners and some of the lowlifes that they have to deal with, they bring it home with them.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Now, and they're working so many different hours, too, so that puts strains on their relationships. And
they're all human beings. I mean, we're all human beings. If you're dealing, you're sitting up to your waist in poison every day, eventually you're going to end up absorbing it. And same thing with the cops in some of these inner cities. I mean, picture killing. I wouldn't want to deal with that crap every day. So a lot of them think that the way out is, I'll get a house out in the suburbs so that when I have a day off and my family and let the kids get raised out of the city, and I'll have a normal life out there, and I want to be able to separate it. You can't. So they're dealing with it, and some of them end up with it, many of them with anger issues. So maybe should there be psychological tests, evaluations, maybe more than what they do now, so they can catch the guys that do have anger issues before it gets to this point? I don't know.
So do you think that's what the cause is? And perhaps, I mean, whether there's a racial thing involved with it or not, that could be something extra, but perhaps maybe that's the catalyst for it, is this anger just builds up inside them and they find out a way to take it out and it ends up coming out in this racial hate?
Yeah, I don't think it's a racial thing.
Oh.
I think this guy, come on, I'm unloading stuff and putting it in the refrigerator here.
What are you putting in the fridge?
I think it's more of an anger issue, and this guy had issues. It could be psychological that's going on here. We don't know. I don't know what happened. How do we know if this guy, maybe the guy attacked the cop, and who knows, got the better on the cop, and the cop all of a sudden now he's got an ego about it, and his ego kicked in, and he wanted revenge on that son of a bitch. And we don't know. I'd like to see the video from earlier to see really what happened in the beginning of it. What initiated it? And I wish the cops all had video cameras. I know it would be a pain in the ass. I know a lot of them are against it, but that would put a lot of this to rest.
Again, accountability. If everyone had accountability for everything they did, it's the
A
same
lot
thing
less
they
people
always
would do
said.
bad things.
How often do you hear a cop trying to justify some law or some kind of search or seizure type thing where it's like, if you have nothing to hide, well, then you have nothing to worry about. Well, now it's
Right.
coming back their way.
Accountability I've been pushing. That's one of the key words that I've used every time when I go up against anybody. I mean, I'm sure some people would say, obviously I sound like a redneck, but I'll tell you what, the liberal America, this progressive America, they've changed our values. Everything has been changed, and they've taken accountability off the table. It doesn't exist anymore, whether in politics or in society in general. No one's held accountable. No one wants to be held accountable. You see people arrested, and right away, I didn't do that. I mean, you didn't do that. I put you on videotape. Shows you doing it. No, it wasn't me. Who was you? No, I didn't do it. People don't want to be held accountable for anything. I mean, I was looking at somebody sent me a video of some famous singer that was got into a fight with another singer and said, well, it's because of slavery, and I feel that the white people owe us trillions of dollars for compensation because of slavery.
What?
Wait a minute.
What does it do with anything?
Yeah, if you look it up, and no, the white people should be held accountable for slavery. Slavery? What the? We've let the wrong people stay at the podium and have control of the microphone for too long. And now we'll pay in the price. We'll pay in the price for it. So accountability, you're absolutely right. I mean, wouldn't it be great if politicians were held accountable? No, they're not. And they're not embarrassed about it. Look at Anthony Weiner. The guy's showing his crap on the internet, and all of a sudden he's running for office again. They're not embarrassed. You think he's disgraced? No. He runs for office, and we still have retards that were voting for him.
Well, no.
They didn't win.
Because they think they could just hire a PR person and they'll erase their past and everything's going to be good. They think it works fine that way.
That's it.
And you know what the problem is? It does. People vote them in.
It does. Because the American public, but basically the voters that are out there, they're too busy. I got to pick up Bobby at the school. I've got a meeting tonight. I got dinner tomorrow night with. I'm too busy for this shit. Politics? Who cares? Let them handle it. They know what they're doing. People don't care anymore. They're focused on themselves and their lives. The broader picture, they don't care. And being able to draw parallels through history, it doesn't exist anymore. Because they don't know history. They don't. The schools never taught it. They never get anything in depth. So how can we draw a parallel or comparison?
Well, before we
understand really what's going on in the world today.
We got another caller on the line, but before we take that call, you said something about you're putting stuff away in the fridge. I'm curious. What are you putting in the fridge?
I own a raptor. So I'm just coming back with some supplies. That's all.
Oh, see, I'm starving. I was hoping that you would have said, like, I don't know, cheesesteak or something.
All
right, we're going to take another call here.
You gotta be armed.
We're going to take another call here, but thanks for calling in, man.
All right, thanks.
So we got a caller from, what, 419?
419.
Is this Ferris?
Let's find out.
Ding, ding, ding.
Or is this
Shut up,
GD?
Ferris.
Nope, wrong one.
Oh, we've got Angela on the line. What's up, Angela?
Wow, Calen, you sound like a girl now too.
Oh, wait, is this Jeff?
I thought it was John.
Hey, Angela.
Maybe. Hello. I really the guy who was just on was, very interesting, but I was sort of getting depressed and I didn't know if you guys had a way out or not. So I called.
Yeah, he made me pretty depressed too. I wanted to kill myself twice.
I feel like I was watching an episode of King of the Hill.
I wouldn't be watching that if that were the case. I don't like
I
King's
liked that show, but it wasn't my favorite.
It was a good show, though, right?
Meh.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with it.
Pass.
Damn it, Bulbasaur.
It depends on your sense of humor.
Damn it, Bobby.
I'm okay, Dad.
I'm okay, Dad.
Aw.
I'll tell you one joke in there that did make me laugh, though. The fact that they never could figure out where that one next door neighbor was from. Like, he just didn't give a shit. And it was from like Laos or
That's from
something.
Laos, but they're like Vietnamese or
Yeah, it was always just like, you're Chinese, right? Like, that did make me laugh when they would do that. But, man, like, talk about depressing. That show with the fat guy that was the friend.
oh,
His
Bill.
life was just like, he should have killed himself a long, long
The
time
guy was a
ago.
total gas.
Yeah, that was sad to watch sometimes.
Hey, Angela, does Big Bang Theory suck?
No.
Oh God, I have never watched one single full episode.
That's
It's fucking terrible, isn't it?
I hate that show so much.
Thank you. Fuck you, Tony. Ha.
Being a major in science and studying science my whole life, I just want to slap those people.
Mm-hmm.
Just they tone it down. It's like they know they're talking to idiots. So I don't know, they just make them seem so much smarter than they really are, and hope you have absolutely no idea about any kind of scientific theory, not theory, but, subjects. And okay, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I've heard the same argument from people.
Subjects.
America.
If you hate that show, definitely
Oh,
don't check out that show Mom. Because that's, like, as obnoxious as the Big Bang Theory laugh track is, the exact same thing with Mom. But that's just kind of like, Alcoholics
Besides-
Anonymous. Ha 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 ha. It's really fucking bad.
Yeah, but besides from that, Dad was so much better.
You're trying your hardest to do, like, some kind of Tony joke that gets over well tonight, aren't you?
Well, you'll laugh after the, 100th one just to fuck out of pity.
I'll laugh at the 101st one.
Fuck you.
What is Bubba going
Steve,
off
I
on
love your
this?
laugh so much.
Who's left?
I love your laugh so much.
That's funny, because I love my laugh too.
If I could be sitting next to you during a Raw post show and having someone call in as the imposter, I would pay money to see you laugh.
Well, from what
And you
Ferris
sound
said,
like
we're not
you're
far
about to fall
away.
backwards in your chair.
We'll have to do more
I know,
of
I love
the.
it. We're sort of like in the middle of each other.
We'll have to do more of the video chat ones where you can see Wago laughing. Like, go back and watch the best and the worst of WWE awards from last year in December, and you can see Wago laughing in the background of different things.
Here's the thing, though. I didn't have one of those keeling over laughs. I was stoned out of my fucking ass during that podcast, and you progressively watch me get more and more stoned to the point, where I'm biting the head off fucking gingerbread men and shit like a dinosaur.
And it's making you crack the fuck up if both you and I are on the little smaller side and we're doing the little finger thing. You're just like, this is the best thing ever.
I fucking got so
God.
baked during that podcast.
How big were you?
I was about 77% baked.
Just stay in the oven a little bit longer.
Bubba from the backwoods. I had sex with the Pillsbury Doughboy. It was called Pigs in a Blanket. Now he wears pants.
Okay, then.
So, you guys know, the icing, right? Do you guys just lick that, or do you put it on stuff?
What?
What?
For what?
Whenever you get, icing...
I didn't understand a word of that.
Is this another question about your girlfriend? I'm getting confused here.
Nope, icing, just regular old icing. Do you just licking it, or do you I don't know. Do you like icing by itself?
You're really fucking getting creepy about icing here, dude. Just fucking eat
What am I
it.
supposed to be doing with icing? Licking it?
You mean
What?
like the icing on like a cupcake? Like, do you eat the icing and then the cake, or is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, do you lick the icing before you eat the cake, or do you cupcake, or do you just eat it all together?
Lick
I don't know.
ice.
Do you caress the pretzel sprout before you eat it, or do you just eat it?
Well, if you listen back to the episode, you would have heard me say I don't like it, so I don't eat it. So joke's on you, Mister.
Oh, not me.
I just eat the cupcake.
Yeah, I just eat the
I don't make a very sensual meal out of it.
Well, no.
Oh wait, John brought me back a cupcake. I'll be right back.
Well, with my brownie pizza, I got icing with it. So I didn't know if I should like lick it or I should like dip it in because I didn't know which one would be better.
You confused the shit out
For
of me
me, it
now.
depends on how much icing's on it.
Well, no, it's like a little cup of icing.
Oh, like the icing with like Cinnabon things?
Yeah.
Oh no, you're supposed to either dip that or pour that on top.
What are we
No,
on
I
about
know.
now?
But, like, would you lick it? Well, would you just lick it?
No, why do you want us to lick stuff? Why do you specifically want us to lick stuff? What the fuck?
I don't know. Have you seen My Name's Earl and that guy like goes around licking stuff and records what it tastes like?
I guess that was Drew.
Yeah.
It sounds like Drew has been licking something this entire time too.
Yeah, I know. His lips keep smacking. It's always on the old talk show, and I don't know why.
It's in my ear, and it's fucking now it's creeping me out. Like before, it's just annoying.
Dude,
now
fucking like take a drink or something. All I hear is.
Well, I'm not doing anything right now, so.
You know this episode's totally gonna be called "Would You Just Lick It?"
But
Either that, or maybe offer some
Seriously.
beach balls with legs.
No, seriously. Would you just lick it?
The only thing I lick is ice cream, and even that not very much.
Oh, I had amazing ice cream the other day. It was called Graham Central Station. It was like graham crackers, but they also put like this like liquid marshmallow on it and like the hot fudge. And I literally had a hot what would it be a s'more ice cream, and it was amazing.
I know.
You lick it?
I know what Paden was licking. He was licking his wounds after Emily shut him down.
Ooh,
Oh.
happy days.
Pretty sure she wished me happy birthday.
We all did, so I don't think that's much of an accomplishment.
I don't think she wished you a happy birthday, Drew.
Because I don't even think she knew me back in November.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but based on every Drew she's met, she hates all Drews.
I don't really care. I don't think I'd be attracted to her anyway. So
Fuck! I didn't say anything about that. Jesus Christ!
Yeah, way to be an asshole, dude. She's beautiful. How you gonna hate on her?
I've actually never seen a picture of her.
Yo, can we all just bask in the glory of that name, Graham Central Station? That's fucking awesome.
I love you. We've passed that a while ago. And you're still on that, aren't you?
I want this ice cream now, if not
Oh,
just for the name.
Oh no. Well, my friend Luke, he works at this like it's like kind of like a Sonic, but like a family-owned Sonic kind of
Always
thing.
talk
And-
about Luke.
Anyways, I walk in yesterday and he's like, "Hey, try this out," and it's amazing. Like, no, like this is some of the best ice cream I've ever had. I'm not even kidding. So, like, if you ever get the chance, come to Greenfield. You know, we have great places. We have a Red Lobster. We have this ice cream that's all to talk about nowadays.
And if you need to fill up, Andy's garage is in the center between those two.
Yeah, okay, no, seriously. You know what's weird?
It is.
No, like, shit. What was I about to say?
I don't know, Drew. What was you about to say?
I don't know, Larry. Hey, we have a caller, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Are we on the phone with one?
Keep Angela on.
No, I mean Angela's the caller. We haven't let her say anything in a while.
She likes to just sit here and listen.
We totally just hijacked the conversation back from our caller.
No, Angela can join in with whatever.
Aw.
One
Yeah,
of
I'm
us.
just listening to you guys. I will say I finally listened to all of the last All Talk show.
Fuck, I didn't listen to 10
And
minutes of that
my-
shit.
Oh, the porn, it was hilarious. I will tell you, before I was 18, we got our friend who was 18. There used to be a video store by our house.
And you took their
They had an
towels.
entire huge room dedicated to porn. And we would have our friend go pick out the weirdest, craziest ones. And I will never forget, there was a midget one. It was just the female was a midget. And it was Power Rangers.
Drew!
Dude, shut the fuck up!
Yeah, they were all dressed up like Power Rangers. And, yeah, so...
Was there a
wanted
part
to
in it
tell
where
you
Rita
that.
threw the staff down and said, "Make my midget grow"?
I don't remember anything that was in it. I just remember them all dressed up as the Power Rangers.
Okay, question, because we've only asked guys this. Angela, have you ever found porn in the woods?
Not, well, what is your definition of woods?
A grassy, tall area where not many people go, but you normally find porn there.
Well, there was sort of like a slightly small section, like a very woody-like park by a school and the school's parking lot.
Yeah, that counts.
I did
Yeah,
find
that
it in
counts.
there.
Yeah, that totally
That definitely counts.
Yeah, that's like half the woods that I found porn in.
There's like a running tab. That's half of them. The statistic behind it.
Yeah, kind of. Like, if I try and figure it out, it's probably about accurate.
You got one of those maps that you see in like police procedural dramas where they draw the little lines and they've got the string. All right, these are the spots where we found porn, and these are the other woods sections. I thought you were going to ask what Angela's favorite porn star was, because that's what we were talking about a lot.
Oh, Angela, what's your favorite porn star?
I don't know any names. I can't really think of any, but for a while, I was enjoying anime porn.
Oh.
I believe the fine word is called hentai.
I certainly can't tell you any names for that.
You should go to a website. It's called animecontent.com.
No, the very first few animes I saw, it might as well have been porn.
Oh.
Like Vampire Hunter D, if you've ever seen that.
It's got the letter D in it, so I can guess.
It's a good movie. It is.
Yeah, there's some kind of joke there with the D and steaks. You know, would end up doing that.
Tony, come on. You've committed now. Make it work.
Yeah, I'm tired enough to not think of it. Leave a comment below if you have a good idea for a joke for that. Some kind of a dick joke is what we're going for, if you don't get it.
Steaks. Penis.
Yeah, we're not talking about the
I
food
have a
steaks.
What are we not talking about?
The food steaks.
This topic's fucking stupid.
What is your preferred? No. What is your preferred word when you refer to your penis?
My dick.
Schlong.
You've never used schlong in your vocabulary.
For some reason, I have a feeling that Shaun's is going to be something like tallywhacker.
Hang on.
I refer to this.
I don't believe the truth. I don't believe Drew has a fucking name for his, because he didn't even know if it was fucking circumcised or not.
It's called Brad Pitt.
Drew probably has like some like mama's boy type answer for it. I can't even think of one.
My Willie.
Someone save me. Yeah.
It'd be like batteries back. Oh, hello there, little fella.
I guess it depends on the situation. Dick or cock?
I was gonna say cock.
Cock a little bit.
So,
I always think of that.
Schlong, acceptable answer?
No, I was thinking of the movie Slam and Salmon, where the guy gets caught with the hooker, and he just announces the whole restaurant. He's like, "Yeah, she's a hooker. So what? I was just sitting home, bored, looking for something to do with my cock."
You know what's one of my favorite ones that I've
You
heard
know,
people say
Jack,
before? Is
Calen-
the old how do you do?
Calen will get on Skype. Calen, get on. You're just sitting there. Calen
Yeah.
just, he was
Calen's
listening
playing
and then just
Town of
suddenly
Salem.
came into the room and
He left the
sat
chat.
in front of me doing nothing.
He left the chat. I don't know what he thinks he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he
Calen.
left the computer. And
He left the chat when we had that riveting call.
Donnie.
So riveting.
So maybe he was the caller.
Oh, maybe.
oh, I hope not.
So, heads up everybody. At this point, Calen calls in, and the quality dips down considerably. sorry about that. We can't do that and change it in retrospect, but that's something that we know is going to be a problem in the future, so hopefully that won't ever happen again. But for the rest of this episode, you're going to have some kind of shitty quality. Apologies.
Calen, you're making for awful radio, you amateur.
Yeah, I mean, I had to fill in the dead air with myself.
Come on, Bruce.
Hang on, I'll hit the bong. I don't want any dead air.
Oh, hear you.
Oh, before before we get into
Old
any
Stone
other
Show.
conversation, I have something to ask you guys.
On to your butt.
I don't know what I sound
That's
like
the way.
recorded. But what do you think I could do to change my voice so I could call into another show?
Why would you want to call into another show?
Maybe on Monday?
Maybe.
I think not change a thing.
Hint. Yeah, like, that's the beauty of it. Just be you.
I don't know. Just like try to imitate a certain someone. I bet you might use the host for that show if you do so.
You know what occasionally might help if you just randomly go, what?
Or you go, you're the imposter.
You just flip the fuck out.
I know. I was going to.
Fucking sounded like Rivera.
Ouch. I was going to go back and try and get some just words that people usually use and phrases. And
People.
yeah.
People.
But I think I would call on one condition. I will call on one condition. That those two are not on at the same time.
But that's the whole.
Got to.
Yeah, it has to be that way. It's got to be 2-on-2.
Hey, player, I'm going to make a tag match.
Mm-hmm. Tag match, player.
Although you might have to.
Good old-fashioned tag draft.
Holla, holla.
Oh, I don't know if I got it in me.
Holla.
Not yet.
How perfect for that sound effect to go off right at the time.
I know that was just perfect.
So Calen Bruce is on the line.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
Jesus Christ, are you talking into a sink?
Does it sound that bad?
No, you're talking through a radio for a truck driver?
Sorry, guys, I'm connecting through Miguel's sink.
Let me unplug this fucker and put it back in.
Oh, good. Thank God you did that.
Are you sure that's Miguel's sink running in the background, or is it just Drew smacking his lips?
Yeah, what the fuck, Drew?
I'm not doing it now, at least. So I was really enjoying that icing.
You were probably really, really enjoying it. You got some
Yeah.
Barry White playing in the background and shit.
Got some Town of Salem on in the background.
Were you licking that icing, huh?
Yeah, was you licking it?
Were you just
Licking it?
licking it?
I actually was playing Town of Salem when I started listening to the beginning of the show.
Oh, I know. I got on and I saw you. Like, hey, Ferris is on. I'll not get in a game with him, but oh well.
And then I got distracted.
And
No, you did.
And then your microphone sounded like shit.
Does it sound like shit still?
Yeah.
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 Exactly the same setup as the other day.
Well, this time you're connecting and you're being a derp.
Are you sure did your settings get changed? Because sometimes computers fuck up settings.
I went into it. I don't think so. I'll fuck with it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it probably overloading or something?
Yeah, you do sound horrible right now on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any better?
Jesus Christ! You want to mute before you do that?
Walking in.
Oh, you want to
Holy shit.
Do you remember when that one person said our stuff's unlistenable? They missed that right there.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. me, I felt like editing it to get rid of it, but now it's staying there.
No, they were just doing Cesaro's fucking theme music.
Yeah.
Again.
So pissed they fucking kept doing the copyright thing. I tried 3 different versions of that, where I like sped it up and changed the pitch and all that. Every time YouTube's just like, nope, this is Gotham City.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Cesaro's. I was like, really? They caught that? It's like, man, they're getting really stringent.
CFO Money's like, yo, this shit's mine. I made this.
He's like, I can't tell the difference between the two of these.
Fuck.
Pretty sure mine actually does say Papa Shango somewhere in there.
Shit, this one sounds better.
Suddenly we start seeing that on Monday Night Raw.
Fuck, I'd want royalties.
Yeah, damn right.
Fucking I did.
They already tried to say that I was stealing from them with the Hottest Divas and Knockouts tournament. They said that was one of their shows. I'm like, no it isn't.
Did you win that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
we own that. No, you don't, but we do.
The copyright claim legitimately said, this is taking from the WWE show, Hottest Divas and Knockouts Tournament, Smack Talk episode, whatever. And I'm like,
that doesn't exist.
Yeah, if you own Smack Talk, I never signed a contract and you owe me a shit ton of money. Yeah, Laura.
Yeah, Laura, whoever that is.
I'd say the full name, but she probably would find this channel too.
Yeah.
You need more girls on.
Jonna.
Emily.
Emily.
Imposter Emily and John.
Emily.
Is that going to be the next iteration? We have some guy just come out there. Hey, this is Emily. That's solid.
Happy days.
Yeah, and then Paden can get turned on again.
I would love to have bread salad on an episode of the All Talk Show.
Yeah, can you get bread salad on that?
I still got her number.
You
Sweet.
should legitimately call her up.
Okay, what's her number? I'm totally not going to dial it right now.
Well, it'd be voicemail. It's 5 o'clock in the morning.
We should probably call someone. We haven't called someone in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if you can play old drums again.
Angela, how are you at prank calls?
Depends who I'm calling.
All right, how do you feel about calling a prostitute?
Male or female?
Up to you.
Female.
We don't know.
No, up to you. You can pick.
Both.
All the above.
Just gonna say, Orange is the New Black Season 3's coming out soon. Can't fucking wait.
Not soon.
Bubba from the Backwoods Show has his phone number posted in the chat.
Do you want to call it?
Sure, why not?
God knows what it is.
Wait, Bubba from the Backwoods put his phone number in the chat?
Mm-hmm. Or at least a phone number. I don't know.
A phone number.
Yeah,
Please?
a phone number.
Let's just phone it and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm down.
Go for it.
Like an age.
Hey, have you still got JR's number?
No, I don't know what happened to that.
Wait, DJR.
Yes, he posted it accidentally on fucking Twitter because he's an idiot.
Blog Talk Radio.
John, say hello to the
Welcome to
podcast.
Blog Talk Radio. Please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
Headset off.
My life matters. Cops, don't shoot me.
Well, that was a cool show.
Yeah, that's way better than my shitty mic.
I'd like to know what he was just given.
You know what I think? I think that would have been, like,
Rambo?
a feed of us. I think someone might be, like, hijacking our show and playing us through their show.
Huh.
That's embarrassing.
One of the
That's
first
not our
times
deep
I
right.
heard you.
Actually, that is our number. I just like.
Oh, that is our number.
That is our number.
I forgot.
know
we have
this
two
shit.
numbers. Well, I don't know
What's our other number?
Yeah, I don't know that number. I only know the 760-512 number.
You know
It
what?
took that long to figure it out.
Bubba just fucking owned us.
Nice job there, Bubba. Shit, you got everybody on here.
This is your number, fool.
Why is it that if we call our other number, it's just gunshot?
Because I ripped my pants!
Yeah, I love Paden's analysis. Oh, I think someone's stolen our show and it's feeding it back to us.
After all of these episodes that we've done, everybody looks in the chat and they're like, oh, that number, yeah, let's call that number up. Nobody goes, hey, it looks a little familiar.
I love how paranoid Paden's been from fucking getting stoned to the point. Oh, man.
No, dude. Ask Tony, dude. There's fucking YouTube channels that have just, like, randomly stolen Mega Powers radio shit.
Yeah.
Like, they have, like, random episodes of Daceman Show and Addicted to Anime and fucking Raw Post Show.
I just came across 2 weeks ago, somebody did an episode of some other podcast, and their thumbnail for it is the Wrestling with the Past Hall of Fame thing that I made.
Aww.
And I was just like, all right, it has nothing to do with your show. I don't know what the fuck past thing is, but, you know, that's fine. And the one of the latest e-wrestling news articles that I wrote up, I did a search for that trying to find the link, and came across some other website that they were saying that some dude named Simon wrote it. I'm like, nah, not Simon.
Did you message him about it?
Yeah, but they'll probably like, oh no, we did that and stuff. You know, I've dealt with those people in the past. You know, they try to ignore a lot of that shit, but they never steal the ones that are like the more controversial ones, like the one where I said donating to Haiti after that. What was it? It was like a tsunami or something like that. That it was like bullshit in the media and stuff. Nobody takes those. Nobody took the Amish are stupid post and tried to rebid that.
Oh, I actually forgot to tell you. Someone stole that fucking controversial anime one I did.
Which one?
The top 5 most controversial anime. Someone stole that. I got them to take it down.
Oh, good. Fuck you, stealing our content.
I forgot what website it is, but I just started posting pictures of muddy dicks in their disgust and messaging them abuse.
Well, some pictures of murky dicks.
Muddy dicks.
Murky dicks.
Muddy.
Where did you muddy? Like dicks covered in mud?
Yep.
Where did you find such things?
Especially multiple pictures.
There was a very bizarre thread that I was a part of once, and I saved it in case I ever needed them.
I don't think you needed to specify very bizarre. That's kind of implied when you're talking about...
Okay, so basically it was about... Someone posted about an MMA topic, and it was a retarded one. So someone posted a picture of a muddy dick. It went, this thread is now about muddy dicks. And the thread just became about muddy dicks.
I would have thought that the logical reaction after that would have been like, no.
This was, let me save this in case this comes up again.
In case anybody steals it in my anime articles.
Yeah, I don't know what was weirder, with the fact that he saved those for future use, or that there actually was a future application for those pictures.
You see,
I don't know. I think the weirdest...
You criticized me, but did I find a fucking use for them? And did it work? Yes.
I think the weirder part is some guy said this thread's about muddy dicks, and other people replied with more pictures that they just happen to have them. They're like, oh, this is about muddy dicks. Well, let me open up the muddy dicks folder and start sending my...
Well, here's the thing. When normally someone does that in an MMA thread, it's the go-to one is penguins, but apparently it was muddy dicks this one time.
Did any of them belong to Murky?
Cool.
Murky's muddy dicks.
Murky's muddy dick.
Yeah, fucking dick.
Good old Murky. Future tag champ.
Woo woo woo.
I like that comment, by the way, on Mega Maniacs. We put updated about Murky's entrance theme is Mud Step. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I still got it.
Mud Step.
I still got it.
Paden, you said you know where Kingston is, right? How far away are you from there?
Maybe like an hour.
No, one of my friends, he moved here from Kingston. So, yeah, either you or the other guy mentioned it earlier, and I was like, I believe it's where my friend was from. So, yeah.
Did he move because there was trouble in paradise?
No. No, I don't know why. Actually, I don't know why he moved. He just, like, I don't know. His family. He told me how like moving here from there was really difficult, mainly because he actually. I don't know. He said it was different and weird because he went from a town which was very cultured and like a lot of different races to where I live, which is like 97% white.
Yep, sounds right.
So it was a culture shock for him because he's just kind of like, what the, where's everyone at?
Would you say that it was a hard pill to swallow?
Will you shut up? It was just that one. You could kiss it. You know, kiss off, Tony.
Somebody bring up something where I can make an SOS joke.
I hear you calling for it.
There you go. You piggybacked. Good.
The alley-oop.
Why did you have to mention pigs?
Alley-oop, slam dunk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad.
No.
Maybe that's
yeah,
why somebody commented and said this was unlistenable because the very opening of Smack Talk is just in memory of Time Cow.
Should we have a 10 cowbell salute?
We should have a cowbell salute.
We have a bell over here. Angela's best Time Cow moment.
That's true.
Let me think.
Fucking Woody Woodpecker laugh that time.
Just every time you interrupted JD with it.
What I hated about him is that son of a bitch knows something kept talking.
Yeah.
Except for when he wanted me to use it on you guys.
Oh yeah, I got a moo cow in there, guys.
He's a moo cow.
Moo cow? What are you, fucking 12?
Okay, guys. So do you guys want to hear the racial makeup of where I live?
Nope. I don't want to hear anything racial out of your fucking mouth.
We already spent the whole first hour talking about race. So we're just talking about other things.
It is 98.23% white, 0.05% black, 0.21% Native American, 0.53% Asian, 0.01 Pacific Islander, or whatever the hell that is, 0.33 from other races.
People from Pacific Islands.
You know, right, the Muslims are massive
White
because
win!
of blowing
White win! Race war's over, everybody!
I'm
White
just
won
going to
again!
say this true. It's a nice inside look into the, like, for the reasons as the way, why you are the way you are.
No,
this town is like, he said it's like 95% white. It's all family members, and all like the 0.5% African American, they're all like Drew Black and stuff, like
actually,
mirror options.
No, actually, when the 0.5% might have came from my neighbors, because like there's only one house that was like 9 or 10 African Americans in it, I believe. So that could have been
the only black people in the entire town live next to the whites.
And they're in the one house. What are they going to ask me for discounts on the WWE Network?
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
What are we doing, man?
No, the thing is,
he's starting to get into the true.
I'm not racist. I just, you know, it's just weird for me because I was raised in like an area where it's like extremely white.
True. You're gonna do that thing where you go off and say something really racist.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you definitely called that one in advance. I felt my senses tingling too, so I'm glad you did that.
Yeah, no, you're about to do that thing where you put your foot in your mouth and then you fucking tread all over your throat and then rip your throat out with your own foot.
You almost actually you said something very close earlier when you were like, "Oh, Pacific Islander? What the fuck is?"
Oh.
I said, "Whatever the hell that is." Thank you very much.
You're not making it any better.
Damn it! We just lost all of our Pacific Islander audience.
All 0.001% of them.
From your area, maybe.
Like, I felt like the way he was going, it was going to be something really racist, or he was going to, like, shit all over his girlfriend's dad again.
No, it's just I was raised in a almost... So, it's just weird. Thank
I have that song stuck in my head. Gonna be a hot girl, smiling. It's like really stuck in my head. This is gonna bother me so much.
Then do something else.
It's a shame he never used that theme.
It would have been cool for like, a couple weeks here and there and stuff. Maybe like how Triple H has that alternate theme, the King of Kings that he brings out when he's doing an authority thing.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be kind of cool if Kofi did that.
I'm glad they found a second fucking use for that theme because it was such a shame when it was gone for a while.
They used it for something else?
Triple H, like his King of Kings.
Oh, wow. I thought you were talking about the hard pill swallow thing. I'm like, I don't remember anybody using that. The Brian Kendrick comes out with that or something like.
Brian Kendrick don't need any other theme music. He's got some of the best. I'm the man with a plan.
That's a good song.
You're goddamn right.
Shame they still have Rhino wrestling all the week instead of Brian Kendrick popping back up.
I like Rhino. You just get to watch him like run over people.
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, well,
I liked
you're
Rhino
a cynical, depressive fuck.
when he first appeared. It surprised me all of a sudden seeing him on NXT.
Yeah, that was cool. But they start having him like every week.
There's not much to dislike about what he's doing right now. He kills a guy that looks like a jabroni, and you go, he killed that guy that looks like a jabroni. It's pretty easy to get into.
Pretty easy to write, too.
Yeah.
It'd be great if they're languishing over that. They're just like, oh, man, what do we do with Rhino this week? Well, we can have him do a gore. All right, we're done.
Since when does writing have to be complicated to be good? That's WWE's biggest issue. They overcomplicate things.
No, I don't think that's their biggest issue. It's one of the issues every once in a while.
Give Rhino a chance.
Yeah, what the fuck, Tony?
Yeah, I'd rather see Hippo.
King Hippo?
Fuck yourself.
I'd rather see the Indian elephant.
Terrible.
It was about on quality with the ones that you were doing earlier.
You didn't even try.
No, I didn't. Same thing as what you were doing earlier.
No, I think
we just like, there's like a number or something. The other number. Judge. How about jury? Those work.
Yeah, and then you finished up trying to go executioner, guys.
Yeah, they told me.
Net picker, get it?
Get it? It's like net picker.
It sounded like you just blew an aneurysm there, shit.
I'm trying to make him get more excited each time.
One
Well,
he's gonna get so excited.
The squeak. It's gonna be like, no picker. The opposite of the.
So why is Silent Winter Doom ugly?
Because he was born at the top of the ugly tree.
And then hit every branch on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I do.
I don't think I've seen him, so I can't judge whether or not he's ugly or not.
Well,
But,
just think about it. The moment that he joined a Skype call with Paden, the first thing Paden said was, "God, you're ugly."
Yeah, that was
yeah, not hello, not hey, dude. It wasn't even a hey. It wasn't even hey, ew. It was just, oh God, you're ugly.
A little harsh. Hashtag meme click.
See, and I get the rep for being like the asshole one of fucking towards Miguel and Drew and shit. And then you've got Paden here that's like, oh, look at you fucking ugly piece of shit.
Yeah, but I mean, he's ugly.
Well, when you put it that for it, like wording, I totally
You don't
understand.
need to be mean to Drew and Miguel. Like, you're doing that because you're an asshole. Like, I'm just telling the truth.
No. I'm mean to Miguel because he deserves it.
I want to say
No, Miguel.
What did Miguel ever do to you?
Exist.
He has a point.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that time where his eyebrows were bigger than everyone else's? That really upset me.
It reminds me of someone else who has big eyebrows.
Oh, you're on about the guy that wrestled Eddie Guerrero?
I think we already talked about this already.
Yeah, I think we just came to the conclusion that he's a piece of shit and should die.
I think we talk about this like every time.
You know? Hashtag meme click. Jeez.
I don't hear you disagreeing.
Didn't you hear Stephanie McMahon say you shouldn't be bullying people? Bullies never win.
Yeah, but didn't you see Sheamus get some positive results by bullying people?
Yeah.
Does have a point.
It worked because he had cool hair.
No, he looks like a jackass.
Yeah, you look stupid.
I think it works for him though. So
Yeah, I like it.
I like that it's different, and the fact that it's getting you talking about him means it's working.
I don't mind the mohawk, but the stupid beard is fucking retarded.
Oh, the beard's the best part.
No, that's like the best part. It's got the fucking those nugget ties in it and shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He should change the beads in it every week.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He should put like a scrunchie in there, Go backstage, get everybody's kids to do that instead.
I want to start
comes
doing
out.
that with my beard.
He should tie it to Eric Rowan's beard, and they can come out together.
That'd be cool. It'd be like those little races where you tie the feet together. Because that wrestle match like that.
Dude, they could like clothesline someone with their beard tied together. It's fucking sweet. See, this is why I'm not allowed to book.
What would you call that move? You couldn't just call it a clothesline with a beard.
The ginger washing line.
a beard line.
Ew, don't touch me with that.
Ew, you might sunburn me with that.
There?
Beard from hell.
Do you think if he like tried to poke you with like the tips of his hair, do you think it would like pierce you?
I don't know, maybe you should lick it. Who's entering the Royal Rumble?
Excuse me, sir.
Did someone say lick?
Shut up.
Oh, that's
Drew's
real.
actually just played a clip from earlier.
Oh, did you fill that phone fucking number?
So I'm gonna give you guys a number. You should call it. See if you guys notice what number it is this time.
This is 760-512-7247.
I didn't even look at the chat when you guys posted it. I was off doing my thing, and I assumed you guys had it under control, and apparently I was wrong.
Yes, because I'm sure you totally would have spotted that Drew and called it out.
The worst part is I have that number written down on the sheet that I'm looking at right now.
Oh, I guess taking notes doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take away my freedom.
No, I have the 760 number as one of my contacts on my phone. I don't think I would have spotted it, but if I was paying attention, I might have called it really quickly and be like, guys, what are you doing? Could you, like, not do that?
It's pretty bad that we have that memorized, though.
Why? What are you talking about? Paden only says at the top of every fucking episode we do.
Yeah, but he also says the most interactive, and you didn't get that.
Got you there.
Yeah.
The one time you said the most active, okay? Attractive, okay?
No, you don't even know what I fucking said.
It was, you said the most attractive Raw Post show. And honestly, you should have went with it because we are the most attractive Raw Post show, okay? We don't have the Silent One of Doom on our hosting panel.
Aww.
Don't worry.
Yeah, dude, that was harsh. I never called him ugly.
Silent One's my favorite guest out of everyone. Or
was really
I wouldn't go that far.
Ferris is on with us right now. I do not consider him a guest.
Angela's here, though. Jackass.
Oh, she's still here?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm sitting across the room.
Just even know his own wife is here.
Bubba's here.
Hey, Bubba!
Bubba.
Honestly, Bubba's moving up, though. Bubba is starting to make me think that he should be on... He should join the Raw Post show sometime and just scare the shit out of everyone in the chat. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Actually, that would be funny.
Bubba, you should definitely do that.
Like, just harass our fucking chat members.
Okay, no, it has to be someone we know because he always comes on no matter when we posted we were doing it.
But it's only this show, though.
Yeah.
Off the bat, and it's actually Silent One of Doom.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, he just type ugly.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Just because he's all caps?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Bubba called in. I don't think he'd have his phone upside down like the Silent One of Doom tends to always do. So, I don't know.
And this guy, you mean the guy that's your favorite caller? Okay.
No, not my favorite caller. My favorite one in the chat.
So, what do you guys think Bubba's real name is? It's not Bubba.
Yeah, it is. It's Bubba.
Nah, it can't be Bubba.
Okay, it's Bryan.
I am going to go with Jason.
I'm thinking Greg.
I'm gonna go with Bryan on this
I'm
one.
gonna go with Dylan.
I'm gonna go with Bryan the Lame.
I'm gonna go with Jeff.
I'm gonna go with Bryan again.
I think he's Hans Bubbington.
I'm gonna go with Dyson. I'm gonna go with Drew because usually anything bad that happens, it's someone named Drew.
I think it's Bryan.
Has it been Angela this whole time?
Yes. You guys just keep talking, and I actually like what Calen said. But you
What did he say?
didn't even
Caleb
hear.
said something?
I don't know, did I say something? What did I say? I say he's Hans Bubbington.
There's a reference lost on me or something.
I don't know, I'm just making up a silly name.
His name is
I
Hans.
like how he's German, though. Hans.
Yes.
Hans Gruber.
I think it's Bryan still.
Hans.
Bert Ryan?
No, it's just Bryan.
Bryan?
No, it's just Bryan.
What if it's just Ray?
No.
I think this is Bubba's best for the whole night, though. I had sex with a chicken. The farmer was pissed. Chicken did not mind. I had no child support issues there. I had scrambled eggs the next day.
Yeah, I think it's Bryan. It sounds like what a Bryan would say.
No, if it was Brian, he'd be choking and shit.
Back in 1997,
Okay, is one of you playing Town of Salem as Muka?
Nope.
No, I'm not playing right now.
Huh.
So we're gonna play together in a bit? Sweet.
Ooh, I'll play some with you. Yeah.
Whose phone's on, by the way?
It's not mine.
It's not mine, because I can actually hear it.
Maybe it's the old Paden phone.
This is the All Paden's phone show.
I don't have.
No, it's the All Phone show, actually.
My phone died.
Oh. Time, Cal.
Oh.
Aww.
Why'd you do that?
You got an investigation of who killed your phone.
The game imposter strikes again.
Imposter phone. It's one of those ones with candy on the inside.
Guys, I'm not a cell phone.
No, guys, an imposter phone is just a knockoff one from China. So you wouldn't be able to tell the difference at first glance, but when you really look down deep at it, you realize that it's not the same.
Oh, man, I didn't know that I got the galaxy that ends in an I.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I.
Yeah,
I
what phones aren't from
This isn't
China?
a galaxy. Shoot, this isn't a galaxy. I guess I just got a universe.
What?
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 Did you see all that lightning outside my house, or is that just me?
Oh, yeah, I just saw that. That was weird.
Must have been you.
So was that lightning the whole time going?
There's a thunder. No, there's a river flood warning, so that's fun. Oh, so there's a tornado watch. Oh, fuck.
Hell's breaking loose. The thunder, river's gonna overflow. You got the tsunami, a fucking earthquake.
So, do you know?
I can't believe Xbox banned my Welsh Tsunami game attack. What a bunch of pricks.
Welsh tsunami.
Yeah, it's after the Japan thing. And I thought, well, fuck it, why not? I changed my game attack to that. And I got banned for a while. 3-4 weeks.
Are you talking about the nuclear facility?
Shit. If I know. It's just a tsunami, you know?
Hey, Paden, Tony, is it cold in your area right now?
Not really. It's drizzly, but it's like that warm rain kind of thing going on. So
Like, you have a temperature, not like the area of what it looks like.
No, you want to get an area.
Wait, what?
Just give me the temperature, not like the look. You gotta figure out what the red. Just give me the temperature.
43 degrees.
Oh, okay. Because it's like 60 here, and it's like, oh.
So, do you know how in video games how they put Easter eggs, like shit for you just to find? On GTA San Andreas, there was an Easter egg that said there are no Easter eggs up here, go away.
San Andreas.
I think he purposely tried to make it so he didn't say San Andreas.
No, I really didn't.
San Andreas.
You see, I'm not self-conscious of the way I talk like you, Drew, so...
What are you talking about? I don't care how I talk.
Guys, I'm just getting sick of you making fun of me stuttering.
That's
You
harsh.
know what, guys? I'm going to hang up the phone because I think I would still be able to communicate. I think it might improve Calen's microphone. I don't know what's wrong.
What do you mean, Calen's not talking?
Oh, well.
Hello? Is it sound any better now? No, I don't know.
Well, it could be worse. You could be Bryan. Or Silent One of Doom.
I don't think it'll make
I think
too
halfway
much
through
of a
this
difference.
episode, I kind of fell asleep. So I'm gonna have to watch like the first hour because just fuck knows what the
You'll
fuck.
specifically have to watch it because you never know what's going to pop up on the screen.
Yeah.
Might be a
Now,
dick.
now I'm tempted to just like put a fucking picture or something on there, like one random.
Don't do a slideshow.
Just avoid clowns, alright?
I'll put a fucking clown on just so Shaun like pees himself and then messages us in the group chat and just like freaks out on us.
Fucking hate clowns. Fucking hate them.
What's that called? Coulrophobia, I think.
I don't know. My top 5 fears: clowns, spiders, flying, heights, death.
So just the 5 normal ones that everyone seems to have.
Well, hairdressers are up there as well.
What?
There we go. That's an odd one. Did not expect that one out of all the random ones you probably have.
Hairdressers?
Hairdressers.
Well,
Nice.
I haven't gone to hairdressers in 10 years.
Do you include barbers?
Yeah.
Why?
And
Are you afraid that they're gonna like chop your ear off or something?
why would you touch people's hair for a living? It's fucking creepy.
There's some creepier professions out there.
There's a job where you're literally cleaning up shit. I think that might top being a barber.
I don't know, but
There are jobs out there where you paint and like take care of feet. I think that might be a worse job than touching hair.
Barbers are weird.
You could get a job waxing people, getting rid of their hair.
The China dolls are another one I'm afraid of.
I don't know.
China dolls?
Well, I mean, Phil Stevenson is a doll collector. I mean, that's not a weird job at all.
There's ever since an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Yeah.
The only thing that I know that I have a fear of is noodles, not noodles, needles.
Same thing.
Don't come near me with that noodle.
Oh my god, it's fettuccine. Ah.
You had fettuccine last
I
night,
was
you know, Tony.
specifically thinking of ramen noodles.
Fettuccine afraid of.
Yeah.
That's good.
I figured Tony would like that.
Yeah, it was like a Tony joke, but good.
You know what else? Fettuccine Alfredo. I want some really bad right now.
Let's go to Olive Garden. Get that.
Actually, Ferris's microphone quality has got better.
I figured out what was going on. Yeah, the settings had fucked up, and so I went in and changed it. And...
Oh, you mean that thing that Paden said earlier?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
I was right about something again?
Well, maybe. No, it was because
Angela-
Angela hung up. Now all of a sudden my connection's better.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that's sport.
Wow, Morris Supremo firing shots at Drew. I may be a dweeb, but it's better than a Drew.
Yeah, it could be worse.
You better fire back at him.
Miguel.
It could be Miguel.
Yeah, you could be
It
Miguel.
could also be. I could. I'll just save it for when it's actually useful for me too.
What, insult Miguel?
No. I'll get back at him. I don't want to give away all my insults at once. I like to give them away over time. You know, I don't want to just give them all away one day. Then I go back and I'm like, oh shit, I have nothing. I don't know what to do. Shake it.
That's all.
I know. I do it a better impression of
You say you can't tell harsh when he does it himself.
What my impression of myself? No, my impression of myself is pretty fucking good. I know.
You've been practicing for years.
I like your impression of Tony the Best. This is Tony Mayo. I got some.
Hello guys, this is Tony Mago, and I'm here doing the old talk show when I can't even host the call because I don't know how to do it. So my
Ever since
Paden...
you started doing that, I've been so tempted to do a whole episode like that.
No, you'll crack in like 2 minutes. You won't even last.
Line is Mr. Drew White.
Hey guys, it's me, Drew White.
So, are you going to host the call next week, Tony, or are you going to fuck it up?
I don't know if I'm even going to do an all-talk show next week.
I hope
might do it tomorrow instead.
I hope you do it like 2 in 3 weeks' time.
Remember that one time we did like 3 in like a matter of like 4 days?
No.
No, I don't remember that. Never happened.
Yeah, that never
I
happened.
did 2 in a week.
Yeah, I did 2 in a week once. So what you was on about? Because that was last week.
No,
Remember that time when we had to do 3 in a night because the call was all fucked up?
Yeah.
And then it ended up being like a 5-hour-long show.
Yeah, I remember. It was because of some fucking retard.
Who was that? Whose fault was that anyway?
Yeah, I bet he was a real fucking asshole.
Who cares? My name is
I've heard nothing
Wago.
but bad things about him.
If only like a super cool guy came and saved the day and made things work right.
My name is
Happening.
If only that guy had fucking given Tony the correct information for him to use. Oh, wait, he did, but he still fucked it up anyway.
Hey, look, my name is Tony Mango, and thanks to Mikey P, we were able to do an all-talk show that wasn't 2 hours long, 3 hours long.
I'm glad that happened. I haven't had anything to just insult Tony over for a while.
I don't...
Like, this is going to be the thing that sticks with me for 5 years now. Hey,
But-
Tony, remember when you fucked that show up that one time?
You have been light on him for the pink shirt.
Yeah.
Well, the big shirt has passed. I think we're on to the new version of Tony, the can't host a call Tony.
Yeah, if anyone were slipping on it to you, it's like, Mike throws things.
Plus, the pink shirt insult doesn't really work since this is just a voice thing and not a video thing.
Plus, it doesn't work because I look awesome in it.
Yeah,
Keep
You keep signing yourself up.
yeah, on your fucking Instagram photos where your hair's not sticking up right because it's way too long to be gelled
What are
up.
you
Like you
talking
haven't
about?
realized.
No, it's like modeling profile.
Every Tony Mango Instagram picture is a picture of him and his beard, like, oh, I'm about to go shave, guys.
Yeah, but then his hair's like, I'm gelled, but I'm too tall to be gelled. What a sad hairstyle.
3 minutes and we're out of here. The clock is ticking and we're in the clear. We got 3 minutes and we're out of here. We got 3 minutes and we're out.
You really added that into the
I'm very proud of you, Mike.
That is going to be very useful, though, in the future. I mean, I was looking at this the whole time, but it's sure, well. You have a 2-minute warning one?
No, I didn't get that far yet.
Yeah, it's just going to be the same song, except Paden's going to dub over it. 2. He's tempted to do it now.
I don't know, I'm not going to be able to put it together in 16 seconds, sorry.
Oh, come on.
Oh, if only if somebody cool would have came in and put a...
It's funny because that was a reference to the way that you insulted Tony.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
God damn, I am starving.
I'm Mike. Good to meet you, Starving. Your joke came back to you.
Oh, I thought that was jokes that your grandfather made in the 20s.
My grandfather was awesome, so.
Specifically in the 20s?
Always.
My grandfather's dead.
That took a turn for the worse.
Oh, that doesn't define this episode. I don't know what.
What?
Yeah, we're down to
The
that.
show was up. What?
So in those 90 seconds, let's spit out some plugs here. Monday Night Raw post-show for anybody who is into wrestling. You can also listen to the Smack Talk show, smarkoutmoment.com, fanboysanonymous.com. Our next thing that we're going to be posting is going to be a review point of the Daredevil series from Netflix. If you are interested in Drew's side of things, Mick freaking Duncan on YouTube. If you're interested in Wago's, StephenWago.com. And if you're interested in Shaun's, that's Happy Pope Gaming Productions. And if you're interested in Calen, you can find him on Town of Salem Radio.
That's too true.
So, thank you to all the listeners, all the people in the chat, all the people that are doing anything like that kind of stuff. We're going to shut up now. Adios, everybody. See you next time.